that's short. Okay, Clueless. We can do it. All right.
Last night I had a little trouble falling asleep. I think what I needed was a good bedtime story. So I turned to Reddit, just cruising around, perusing, see if I could find anything that'd give me the yawns and help me go night-night. But I found something extraordinary. Something so stimulating I stopped any attempt at going to sleep, and I just sat there bewildered by what I had just read. For at least 40 minutes, I just sat in silence, truly stunned, like a child who had just watched his first episode of Chris Angel's Mind Freak. My brain was blown out my ass. I couldn't imagine a world where this was real, but all of the evidence pointed to it being a genuinely true story. I did eventually hit the hay, and now, a full, 9 hours later, I'm still thinking about this, so I figured, why not share it with all of you? Perhaps this will have a profound effect on your life, or maybe it'll do something to help motivate you to not be like the guy in this story. It's
Okay. Before we get on that for just 2 seconds, oh wait, this is not the one. I'm so sorry. I just baited you guys with the first 20 seconds of this. I wonder what this one's about. This is not the one I want to talk about. Sorry, I didn't realize he published another video. It was this one. Okay, there we go. This one came out only 2 days ago, and there's already 6 new videos. Jesus Christ, this guy's a fucking machine.
Here, nearly took out the Powerball coach. You don't take me seriously. Every time I try to preach this gospel, you think I'm joking. I'm not. Wipe that smile off of your face, Buster. I am going to scream it once again with my whole chest. Cringe is the ultimate evil. It's the only unforgivable sin. Through the eyes of the internet, the ultimate crime is being cringe. So why am I talking about this? Well, it's because 2 videos have just gone viral for being cringy, and everyone has been dunking on them. The first one absolutely blew up, and it's become one of the most divisive videos I've seen hit the internet since the fucking Yanny and Laurel debate. It's this woman celebrating getting her pancakes by doing a little boogie. I have to mute the audio, so I'm just gonna beatbox for this. On Twitter, this video has well over 100 million views. This is the biggest tweet from it, saying we're all the person at the next table, and it's that woman in the background who's looking on confused and disgusted and annoyed about this. And the video has over 100 million on Twitter, but then an additional 30 million or so on TikTok. And boy howdy, has this led to an unbelievably large and aggressive conversation. Mortal Kombat 1 came out, but the fatalities in this debate have been far more brutal than anything in that game. I tell you what, sports fans, this shit has been wacky. It's her pretending that she's super excited to get food, my hangriness leaving my body, and she's doing a little goofy TikTok dance. It's very artificial. It's not real. Is she actually having fun here? Who's to say? That's a secret between her and God. I have no idea if she's actually having fun, but it's clearly performative for TikTok updoots. She's looking for the internet likes. And it's not really bothering anyone because she's just doing it herself. The only one that's directly involved here is the staff that's bringing her the food, and she's subjecting them to cringe, which could be considered terrorism to a certain extent because cringe is it's a fucking weapon. I don't care what anyone says. Weaponized cringe is some of the most potent Geneva Convention violating warfare we have at our disposal. So yes, the staff is exposed to her pretending that she's super excited to get food, so the staff brings it over and she starts dancing like a toddler here with her happy dance of food.
What are those the bullets that are basically banned in warfare? The ones that break into pieces with the shrapnel or whatever? Forget what the bullets are called. Is it hollow points? Is that what they are? Is that? Oh, okay, good. Yeah, that is. Oh, and also cluster munitions. I think those are separate, but hollow points. Yeah, subjecting a waiter to that is on the same level of using hollow points, I think.
And it's all fake, right? But she's not really bothering anyone. The girl at the other table is just looking on confused and annoyed, which is a very normal response I think most humans would have, because this is a very weird thing to do as an adult. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you need to dress like an adult. Me. That's right. We're doing a me costume for Halloween.
Might feel one edge.
So you can wear tattoo collection. Link in the description.
Pause,
Nothing
pause.
Halloween. That. If you don't want
Yeah,
to
of
get
course,
made fun of, then that's what you need to dress like for Halloween. Anyway, the point here is,
Can you imagine showing up to a normal party where people like touch grass, but you're wearing a Moist Critical cosplay? And everyone's like, what are you supposed to be, like, homeless? And you're like, no,
people were extremely upset about this video. There was a lot of hostility both in people defending the action and those attacking it. Me personally, I don't like it. It does bother me. I've said this a million times. I think the current climate of things where everything needs to be a fucking song and dance that you put on for an online audience of TikTok people to give you attention is trash. Everyone competing for internet attention at all times and faking everything to get some likes on your posts, awful. So yeah, I don't like that. If I was in that restaurant, you wouldn't see me like flip over a table in anger or anything, but you would see me look over annoyed about it and maybe make fun of it a bit before moving on. But on the internet, cringe is a big deal, and it stays that way, and for some reason gets really aggressive and super deep, like almost philosophical to a certain point. In this case, with this video, she didn't really do herself any favors because she was arguing with everybody on TikTok, and she was getting really mean and nasty in some of the comments. But the point is, people respond to cringe very harshly. Now, there is a bigger talking point I want to get to, but in order to get there, I'd like to show you the other big video that blew up only about 2 days ago as of making this video.
Want to see the cringiest, most cuddly thing ever? This is called a love surge. And we do this when one of us has like so much love in our limbs that we can't contain it and feel like we're gonna explode. So Sean is having a love surge right now, and he's gonna wrap around me and shake with the electricity of love until I catch it too and start shaking, and then you explode with a love surge.
I feel so much.
Now, I think we can all agree on a level of like 1 to 10, this is like at least 100 on the cringe level. This is nuclear waste levels of cringe. But what I will say is the only thing cringier than white people being white people is haters being haters. And the number of times I saw this on my fucking feed with someone being like, yeah, we need to kill these people. This woman is a fucking freak. Whatever. It's like, what is wrong? Like, you are the cringiest person. You have cemented yourself as being more cringe than these people. Okay? Like, just let them do what they wanted. If they want to record this shit and they want to post it online, let them do that. There's literally no one being harmed. Why are we making fun of people? Stop. Just leave them alone. Leave them alone. Let them be white. Okay? And the saddest thing about this was that she had uploaded basically a reaction, and it was so fucking sad.
Don't you?
I don't know. I assume Critical will play it.
Welcome. And that's the love surge.
So much love was just surged.
Sean's not wrong. There was a lot of love getting surged there. The cup runneth over on love. In fact, I think I started to feel some...
People for real get on Twitter and say shit like, we can do public executions on people for being cringe. Like, good lord. Yeah, the only reason, or like the only time to be absolutely like a piece of shit to someone is when they themselves are a piece of shit. You know what I mean? I think every couple is also some degree of cringe. We just all keep it within our own relationships and off the internet. Yeah, you know, like, chat. If you do not engage in cringe behavior with the person that you are dating, you're either a sociopath, okay, or you're not in a good relationship, okay? I feel like in all of my relationships, have exhibited cringe. I just try not to be posting cringe. I only engage in cringe privately, okay? But when I see couples doing cringe shit, I'm just like, yeah, I mean, I do my own cringe shit. This is weird that you posted this, but I also don't really care. But the hater energy to post about it, to quote about it and be like rude to these people is so annoying.
Some of the particles from that surge all the way over here nearly took out the power grid. Now, this also got really big on Twitter. And people fucking hated it. And they hated them for being cringy. Which, as you can imagine, didn't feel super great for the woman in this video here who posted a follow-up.
A lot of the duets and stitches were really funny and I laughed a lot. I can take a joke and I can laugh at myself. But then some of the comments got like, really, really mean. And they were like wishing that like someone cheated on each other, or wishing that like DV on me, or SA, or like to unalive myself. And I think like if the goal was to make me sad, you did it. You won.
She posts this video going over how all
If you fucking see a video like that and your first reaction is to say that I hope that your partner is cheating on you, you are such a sad sack of shit. I have to say, like, fucking, every day that I'm on Twitch,
Denims.
every day that I'm on Twitch, I have to resist myself to say KYS. Do you know how hard it is? Do you know how hard my life is? Okay, chat. I'm braver than the fucking troops over here. Pop and Lockness, thank you for the 9 months. Also, Cozy Cable, thank you for the Prime. You're such a fucking freak. You were such a fucking freak to see that and tell someone to kill themselves. You were such a freak to see that and be like, I hope you get sexually assaulted. Like, the world would be better off without you, okay? Like, genuinely, what the fuck? And the video goes on longer. Critical didn't play the whole video, or like Charlie didn't play the whole video, but like she says, again, like,
Brave dentist.
I can take a joke. There were a lot of people, you know, making jokes at me, stitching at me, making fun of me a little bit. And you know what? I think they were funny. I think it's fine. You guys can do those. But the people commenting that I should kill myself, the people commenting that like I should be dealing with domestic violence or that I should be getting sexually assaulted, like, you did it. You broke me down. You did it. It's like, I hate those people so much, you know? Soul, thank you for the 19 months. Thank you. As Hassan always says, cringe is not illegal, so many people act like it is. Yeah, God, I know. Alicia, people are sick. I know. Yeah, and like I have to have respect for anyone who can make a video and then see people making fun of them and still be like, okay, I know I'm the target of this video and you're making fun of me, but I respect the effort. You show your face, you're trying to make it a funny little skit. Your goal at the end of the day is just to make people laugh. Okay, whatever. That's fine. I'll take it on the chin, all right? I'll admit I posted a cringy video. That's fine. But man, this is the occasional I hate the internet. Limitless, thank you so much for the tier 1, by the way.
all of the really mean comments made her feel, like the really personal ones wishing horrible things upon her and the family. And what really sucks is how unsurprising this is. The internet has become a place where you expect this. Anytime a video is posted, no matter what it is, if it's cringy, even if it's good, you already know there's going to be a large number of people that are going to hate it. And when people on the internet don't like something, they go to the biggest possible extreme to let you know their dislike of it, telling you to do the worst things ever and wish the worst things ever upon you. It's unfortunately very commonplace online. I remember when I first started posting on the internet, I had read somewhere a quote: when someone wears a mask, they show you their real face. So basically, it's not the most profound thing ever. When someone is anonymous, they show you their true colors. And most people aren't that nice. And so what happened here is, this was cringy, so people started being very not nice, and she posted this video hoping that maybe if you saw how it made her feel, that it would stop. And as you can probably guess, it only made it worse.
Yeah.
The comments were saying things like, just need another love surge, or order up on that love surge to help. If there's one thing the internet hates more than cringe, it's weakness, vulnerability.
You never show vulnerability. Ever. It doesn't matter what someone does. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter. The only thing you do on the internet, ever, if you want to end the harassment, is to not engage. Not engage at all. Pretend like it didn't even bother you. You just have to be so cunty about it. Just be like, no, I don't care. It doesn't matter how much it impacts you. It doesn't matter how much it affects you. And I personally practice this because No, you don't get the satisfaction of getting a rise out of me. I refuse to give you that, okay? I refuse to give you any pleasure out of your piece of shit behavior. And that's what everyone needs to know all the time. But it's not a given. It's like, when you are not a shitty person and you see people being shitty, your first reaction is to sort of try and appeal to their emotions and be like, hey, what you did wasn't okay. What you did really hurt my feelings. But that's just what they want. You're giving them what they want. You know what I mean? Also, hi, Limitless. Yeah, Kremla, big friend of the channel. Also, yeah, I think if TTS is too long, it doesn't play. Hassan needs to practice that. Yeah. Let me see 1 second. If she had responded, the love surge is weird, but does anyone love any of y'all? And dropped the mic, it would have been Jover. Yeah, like exactly. Fucking exactly. Oh my God. 100%, 1,000,000%. Like, if she had gotten on and said, hey, I saw a lot of rude comments in the comment section, and I just want to say, at least I have someone who loves me. Unlike you sad fucks that are watching TikTok by yourself on a Friday night with no one that loves you and no one that will ever love you. Goodbye. She would have cooked. Wormy, what's wrong? Looking at me. I thought that was my cat. Sorry. Sorry about that. I was gonna say something else as well. What about Cutie? Yeah, I mean, Cutie Cinderella is like also a good example. I mean, there's sort of I'm trying to think of the words. It's like a double-edged sword a little bit, because the people who are genuine nice persons are gonna see that show of emotion and that show of weakness and are going to have a lot of empathy for you and are going to be like, that makes me sad that there are so many people that have affected you. I'm going to defend you, right? Like, I know I defended her on the internet specifically because of, like, at least partially that second video. Because it's like, just leave her alone. You guys are such fucking assholes. And I think a lot of the people who gave Cutie Cinderella sympathy are normal people, right? Like, I will violently defend Cutie. You know, like, I will go to war for her. I will kill thousands of people if I have to. You know, that's just a small show of my affection, okay? But we don't see all of the negativity. This is actually a very, I guess, weird part of the internet. You, as a viewer or even as like a friend to a content creator, will only ever see like 1/100th of the negativity that they see. Like, probably I'm trying to explain it accurately and aptly in a way that is reasonable, but when Cutie posted that video where she did that stream where she was like, she showed her vulnerability and was like crying about it and saying like, hey, you know, like, you guys are terrible people. I don't know why the fuck you're doing this. Like, is this what you wanted? Are you happy now? I saw that, and because I'm a normal person, I felt bad, and I was like, wow, like, if this is impacting someone this much, it's like such a serious issue, like, and it should be treated like that. Like, people don't respond this strongly to things unless it's something that is causing them serious, like, distress and trauma, you know? But there are so many people on the internet who saw that, who probably proceeded to send her 1,000,000 death threats, 1,000,000 emails of hate, 1,000,000 messages and comments on YouTube videos and responses on Twitter and replies on Twitter. And probably so many people got banned in that stream that we will never see. Like, she probably saw almost all of it. Okay? And we saw like the smallest fraction You know what I mean? This was during the deepfake stuff that had happened. It's also a question of how much resentment, bitterness, shame, and cope you have to break through to reach their humanity, and sometimes it's never enough. Yeah. A streamer I watched made fun of Cutie after that. He's in his 40s too. Fucking cringe. Fucking cringe, man. If you saw that the Cutie stream and you didn't feel anything after seeing her emotions, like, yeah, go to therapy for real. Yeah, exactly. She has since said that she regrets that stream. And it's sad, you know, it's like I'm grateful that she made that stream. I feel like it was a very good educational moment for a lot of people, but she probably regrets the stream because we didn't get to see how much harassment she got. Like, you guys don't know how annoying it is. One second. Let's talk about a couple things, and I'll cover some stuff because some people are a little bit confused, to give a little bit better context. Another example, Maya asked her head mod tech guy to put a pretty thorough filter on her business email because the unhinged hate mail was getting to be a lot. Yeah. I feel really lucky. All of the hate mail I get is from fucking morons who can't spell. So I always like laugh at the emails. Like, it's really funny to be like, I'll show it to my friends and I'll be like, can you see this? Like, I have this one person who's like so deranged. I think they finally stopped. I think they finally gave up. But they would be like, they would pretend to be other streamers. And they would make like emails from other streamers, like usernames. Like, it would be like, I want to pick something that they didn't use, but let me try and think. Like, let's just pretend like CaseyTron23@yahoo.com, and the email would be like, "You're stealing content, you whore," and that was it. But like, they didn't spell half of those words correctly somehow. How am I not going to laugh at that? You expect me to read that email and feel a negative emotion? All I feel is a positive emotion from reading that. You put in so much effort and all you did was amuse me. Like, I'm sorry. Oh, 1 second. The real Hassan Pecker at hotmail.com. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, my God. I've seen your videos on YouTube before, and I noticed like all of the videos on Red Pill or incel shit, the comment section is just people saying you're ugly and kind of weird incel shit. I imagine emails are like that. My emails are pretty like tame, honestly. I don't really get a lot of emails. I get more emails from like community members than I do like haters, because haters don't have the energy to do that type of shit usually. But yeah, that's a great example. Like, it doesn't matter what you're talking about. There are people that are always going to be mad. There are people that are always going to be mad. You know, the Denims haters on Twitter are wild. Yeah, like, that's another example. Like, most people that are following me on Twitter don't see the weird people, because the weird people are always in the more replies section, right? So most people that see my tweet, like the tweet is like, "Why do men like chess? It is the sluttiest hobby to have. What are you doing with the chess pieces? Putting them in your ass?" Most people are going to see that. They're either going to laugh, or they're going to be like, "This is cringe," or they're going to repost it or like it, right? But some people will actually see that and be like, "I fucking hate you. I hate you so much. You're stupid and ugly and woman," you know? But all of those messages are in the like show more replies. You know what I mean? And so most people don't see them. But the streamers or the content creators or whatever are usually going to be the ones that are seeing them, right? Because you go to your replies section, like your notification section, and you go to see like anyone who's been replying to you. And they show up there. I just block everyone immediately because it's the only thing that works on the internet. But yeah, I think that's a good example. Because I remember when I was a viewer and I was like, well, am a viewer still. And I have a lot of content creators that I really like. I didn't even know that they were getting harassed. I literally had no idea that they were getting harassed. And so when they would speak up about it, I'd be like, "What? Really? Who? Why?" And it's like that all the time in every corner of the internet, right? And so you always have to be like stone-faced, I guess. Why do they make the bishops look like butt plugs if they didn't want me putting them up there? That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Probably safe to, yeah, honestly, it's safe to say that every single content creator you know, and especially every female or non-white content creator you know, is getting harassed. Every single one, I promise you. The level is going to be different person to person, but yeah. Let's just finish this last section just in case there's anything else that I missed to the story. I think it's just Charlie talking, but we'll just watch another minute and then maybe we'll move on.
If you show that something hurt you, that's the biggest possible trophy you can ever give to people online, because now they know they're getting to you and they will just keep that pressure coming. There was really nothing good that could have come from this video, but I do legitimately feel bad for her and Sean here, because their only crime was posting something cringy. I don't think they should have posted it to begin with, but that's once again just the product of everything being a competition to get internet attention. So they took a very personal thing with them being lovey-dovey and having this really quirky love surge thing they do, and they wanted to share it online because everyone wants to share everything online all the time. And what happened here is it ended up being an awful experience. So let's tie this into what I want to talk about on a deeper level. Why cringe is literally the worst thing you can do online as a content creator, it feels like. Over the many years I've been online, I have seen some people do the worst things imaginable. And those people still have an audience and supporters, despite being a piece of shit that does horrible things. And then I've seen cases where someone does something a little too whimsical. They get a little too silly and it's embarrassing. And they lose a lot of supporters for it. More so than someone that is an actually awful person doing horrible things. And I guess it's honestly not even fair to say that it's just the internet that has no forgiveness for cringe, because one of the best examples of an entire career being unraveled from something being a little too goofy actually comes from 2004 and predates the modern internet as we know it. Howard Dean and the now infamous Dean Scream. Howard Dean was a very prominent political figure, and in 2004 was a presidential candidate. And his entire world got fucking blasted when he was doing a rally and got a little too excited. He was given a very passionate speech. He's like, "We're going to Washington, we're going to Oregon, then we're going to my buddy Eric's place to eat some ice cream, and then we're looping back around, we're going back to Washington, and then Oregon." And that moment, that one silly little screech ruined his entire presidential run and made him a laughingstock, all from just a droplet of cringe. I actually think he was a pioneer who was ahead of his time, because if he did that today, he'd be looked at as like an icon on TikTok.
True. Also, lest we forget Jeb Bush's iconic "please clap." That was, I think, the moment where everyone recognized that Jeb Bush is just a complete loser and we all moved on collectively.
Because that kind of shit's not cringy per se anymore. But anyway, the point I'm making here is it might not even just be an internet-specific phenomenon. It might be like a human-specific thing where we're just hardwired to dislike cringe and always hold it against the person who made us feel the cringe. I don't really know. I'm getting scientific about something that has...
Is this the one? Okay. Now available in 10-hour flavor. Why would we want to... All right.
Has absolutely no basis in science. It's just something I've observed for pretty much my whole life, where some people will do what I consider to be unforgivable things, like legitimately horrible, terrible, awful things, and yet they still go on to have an extremely successful career. They have tons and tons of fans. Someone like Chris Brown. Chris Brown, I think, is a bad guy. A hot take. I think he's a bit of a jerk. He has a history of beating women. He beat Rihanna within an inch of her life, and yet, look at him today. He has probably more fans now than ever. Like, he just got nominated for an award at the VMAs a few days ago, and people were cheering, applauding, losing their minds over it, celebrating. Somehow, his fans stood beside him and still support him through all of that. Meanwhile, there have been many such cases of someone posting either an embarrassing video as a YouTuber or having some embarrassing information leak or something cringy come out, and their fans like abandon them. Just like straight up drop it like, nope, I can't be seen here anymore. I don't know, it's just baffling to me. But yeah, now I'm starting to get a little lost in the rant here. Point is, with these two videos in particular...
Why did the audio change? Who was another really good example of this? It's going to bother me if I can't remember. Someone who was dropped by their fans. Oh, it was a recent case. Who was it? Chris D'Elia still works? Yeah, that guy fucking sucks. Tuber or actor? I'm pretty sure it was an actor, but I got the word or the name. No, Doja Cat still has lots of fans. I mean, everything I have learned about Doja Cat's life has been against my own fucking will. I just want to listen to some fucking music, and I have to learn about that she's dating some weirdo predator and that she's like, she screams at her fans or something. I just want to listen to some fucking music on Spotify and goddamn peace. All right? Can I just please do that? Oh my God. Doja Cat is like R. Kelly. When you're that talented, it's hard to lose all your fans. Well, also like the more important part is that like, sorry, I'm like blanking for just 2 seconds. R. Kelly actually was committing the crimes, right? Whereas like Doja Cat is just dating someone who's committing crimes, and I just don't feel like looking into it because I just don't care. I think she used to read post 4chan. Motherfucker, how many people do you think are in here that used to read and post on 4chan? Also, like, what do you mean hot take R. Kelly did nothing wrong? Are you okay? Are you okay? Just a quick question. Are you okay? She's a celebrity, not a moral paragon. It's weird to get bent about it. I know. I'm just, honestly, my opinion on it is just kind of an annoyed opinion because I'm tired of learning about her life. It's kind of like everyone that has been talking about Megan Fox's relationship. Stop showing me stuff about her relationship. I don't want to see stuff about her relationship anymore. Stop it. Stop. Didn't he just steal peanuts from a movie theater? Are you thinking of the right R. Kelly? Question mark? I must have the wrong guy. Okay, I think you have the wrong guy. R. Kelly is a convicted sex offender, okay? So you probably have the wrong guy. I assure you, he did not steal a couple peanuts. If he stole a couple peanuts, he would be considered a hero in this fucking California chat, all right? In 2022, he was convicted for sex trafficking, child pornography, and sexual exploitation of a minor. As you can see, why many people were adding you and saying, what do you mean he did nothing wrong? You know, so, yeah. Okay. I don't remember. I just keep thinking of Arcadum now. Because, man, even if you didn't give a fuck about all the, like, weird kind of groomy shit that Arcadum did, and you're, like, a dedicated fan, because there's lots of fans who will just ignore terrible behavior, but they are not willing to ignore cringe. And I think Arcadum is like the best example. Any of his fans that might have stayed because they liked his DMing saw his terminal levels of cringe and they were like, I can't be caught watching this guy. I can't be caught. No. Anyways, okay, let's finish the video and then move on.
The people in them didn't do anything wrong. One of them wasn't even in public. And yet the response to it was extreme amounts of anger, which is always just interesting to me. And it's not like I'm innocent of it. Like, I'm super guilty of seeing some cringy things and being, you know, surprised and even a little annoyed, even though I'm not directly involved for sure. But But it's just fascinating to see like the level that people will take it to, and just the
Why is the audio weird? Is it did all the video just fuck up?
fucking hated it.
Okay,
And
just the end of the video is God speaking to you. All right, I don't know why. I don't know why that is. His cam audio got added in? I think so. What's that big white thing in his room? It looks like a claw machine from Gamer Sups. It looks hideous. I'm not gonna lie. All right. Ew, Gamer Sups. I'm not even gonna lie, like, I hate to admit it, but like actually some of the Gamer Sup flavors are good. I'm sorry. I know like people don't like the company or whatever, but like I think some of the flavors are good. All right. Canceled. Yep. That's it. I posted cringe. I posted terminal cringe. Really quick before we move on. I'm gonna lose subscriber. I posted cringe. No. What was I trying to see? What's wrong with the company? Didn't they just steal some peanuts from a movie theater? I checked the video, it's you, but the rest of the video is normal.
they hated them for being thing where we were just hard rant here. Point is, with these two videos in particular,
See?
a little too silly and it's embarrassing.
What am I? Question mark. All right. I'm trying to look for something really quickly.